another one. What else? Yeah. It's a beautiful brand new day. My sending your couple on WhatsApp. We really go very reply Tuesday. That's what think with my mean wood yet. That be the taste of grace. I see me so below na men no more better than any ace of spade. Me she wa no go for create some space, cause it get some weight. Bug my way in James. Omo mo fi se gamba mo se mo da no ya kama monte. Say ya som na me bia ni pe bia to me ne me ya twe ma mentwe. Wo bom pa ye via ni aka ne ne dia koda na ade nche. Na nenya me se me shiwa ne sija so a ma sense na me pe kanzo.
Everybody give glory. Yes, so when I'm your mini nanny. I don't want me, see your baby. It's all the pain. I give you praise, oh bro.
Come on.
You deserve all the glory, bro.
You know I used to put the blame on God. Now me mama turn force, but still I me pray Tom Ford. I feel na me hu nye wonya me ya mama no for try comport. Cause madam for na woje dada bi, ne mama ne papa wo bi na wo turn jot. Wo wi ade ma ye che ne wo port, me kai me the j mu ehye ne gu abanso. Pampenye ne fu so ka sembi. So woni pada se ni bia ho onenso, ye se me ne aban ne wo wantwi. Na se dum so bae na me kan ya. Inflation crash on me bosso. In the end, there's a medacanium, na me babe ko school free dia. And me tuche mama mo fa me born in cheme na twaso.
Everybody give glory. Yes, so when I'm your mini nanny. I don't want me, see your baby. It's the other baby. I give you praise, oh bro.
You never fear.
You deserve what the glory, bro. Mama, see bless. Mama, see bless. Mama, see bless. Mama, see bless.
Yes, beats.
Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one left to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I said miss my Henneken with Hennessy. I wanna anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. To look for money, said I'm smartin'. I want the money, I want smartin'. One life to live, it on me. I'm a blessing, God and looking like the fasting. Forget my matter and carry on. I want the people in millions. If you my friend, stand constant, you chameleon. The only go on, no, I come on. I don't wanna know how the feeling said, how the feeling said. I'm a feeding, be the feeding, yeah. Yet I wanna control what you got there. If that bucket, I won't hold you, let it. The bucket, yeah. No money, no family, not different, not at all, you be nobody. No money, no family, not different, not at all, you be nobody. Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I say miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I wanna anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I say way down, bring it way down, way down. One left to live, shake it way down, way down. If you leave, well, then you in your grave now. But I him on me, you can set it for the other thing. I just wanna do it my way. I beg you to wear away. I wanna enjoy my way. But I get left say for the profit. No money, no family, not different, not that all you be nobody. No money, no family, not different, not that all you be nobody. Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I say miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I want not anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. Mama see bless.
Yes, beats.
Good morning. Pleasant good morning to all of you. What a pleasant way to welcome all of the folks on this wonderful Thursday morning of the morning ride. It's good to be back here on this wonderful day, wherever you are, folks. Welcome to the presentation of the morning ride. And as usual, promises to be very great, stimulative, and thought provocative because these are trending issues confronting Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. Good morning, folks. This is KOOL 9 and as usual, we are back here on this wonderful independent media hotline, the nation's independent broadcasting network, KOOL 9, and this is your biggest verified info compounding program called The Morning Ride. Comes away Mondays to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and we will rumble through trending issues. As usual, I'm WEEKIE Brooklyn Brooks. And certainly we'll be joined, hopefully, by Jenna Time and Bivar singing together. We're going to serve you palatable breakfast as you sit before the table in your offices, your homes, as well as your business centers to listen to some of the hard truth that are not told on other media outlets. But on this platform, critically, we discuss national issues, trending issues that bring sanity to the disco. Welcome, folks. And we are here. We're going to be here up until 10 o'clock. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of those watching us on our KOOL Online 2 page. You can watch and leave your comment as well as ask somebody to join you. And you can share the video as well. Trust me, if this is your first time in Liberia, you will not be disappointed about the presentation and some of those information that will be on the breakfast table this morning. It's going to be palatable, and you will have to wake up and smell the coffee, face reality, and see how best we are getting there gradually. Folks, thanks so much to our KOOL Online team. Great setup, great background, and it's wonderful having all of those who are working assiduously to make sure that we are getting there. This is Liberia first. So let's walk the walk and talk the talk this morning and help to shift the paradigm of our democracy. You know, somebody told me something. Continue on. You'll continue with A. No problem. You're pick and choose. So I said, no, we're not picking and choosing here. Actually, we are not picking and choosing. But let them stop it. And they need to stop it on a very serious note. Let them stop it. When they stop it, then we can actually get there. But welcome to this wonderful day. Yeah, this is the morning ride. Okay, let's take a breather in the meantime as we get set. Right on. Let's take a breather this wonderful day. They just can stop the boy, and we are here again as usual back this wonderful day to serve you the necessary information, undiluted, not for, not against, but stand for Liberia. They are cleverly let it carry on, 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 let it carry on. Enemies, father, they never call me a partner. Enemies, father, greatness money in my dollar. When they someone say Rabbi a partner, they don't say they also be partner. My profession, no stop. I can love money. I can be best of me running the time. I can love money. I can be best of me catching my mind. I can love money. I can be best of me running the time. I can love money. I can be best of me catching my mind. You are cleverly there won't person you. They are cleverly there won't person you. All the hour you go in the there won't person you. Yes, indeed. Let him carry it on, but we will have to fix Mama Liberia, folks. Welcome to this wonderful presentation of the morning ride. Thank you so much, Harry Jesus. We all know right to the songs that we play, but definitely these, this is a show for Liberia and Liberia as a whole. So we're back here on this wonderful day. We say good morning to our motorcyclists, our commercial drivers, and all of you watching and following us this morning on the KOOL online. The weekend is fast approaching. Congratulations to all of our graduates of the University of Liberia, our lawyers, and all of those, who graduated and continue to flag the issue of our education system, making sure that we are second to none in West Africa. But thank you so much, folks. It's been a wonderful time. I've always been in a company where we have to come to provide you the necessary information as usual. And that is so great that you take up the time every morning to watch or listen via radio. That is good. But we're back here this morning. Liberia is such a country. People are humble on their way to positions. And when they are there, sometimes they present themselves as being so down to earth. But once they find themselves into those positions, they become demagogue. They become dictator with people who made them. And this is something that is so common in our country called Liberia. Over the period of time, folks, this is not about politics. This is about leadership. And there are people who be denied of the basic fundamental rights to perform. And madam, this issue of the Liberia Marketing Association has never left the airwaves in our country. Everybody complaining, one for one station or another. This is one institution in Liberia where millions of dollars been raised over the years. Since it existed, far back in the 70s, coming up to this from one problem to another. Marketers will go on strike. They will demand for election before elections are held for positions, for the president and other positions. We are back again. Madam Alex Yimpa, it's been a serious call for her to make sure that she honor the constitution of the Liberia Marketing Association. Due to her long refusal, folks, of the 15 counties in Liberia, 15 market superintendents have converged in Montserrat to demand this woman to honor the constitutional mandate. And these are individuals who stood with her when she was suspended by the vice president. They make sure that she was restored to her position and things should go per the constitution. They stood with her. They even took the vice president to court. The Supreme Court even ruled no, she was illegally removed, reinstated. Now to have financial report is a problem. To give financial report is a serious problem. She shut down market at places, send market superintendent, all of these people to market, or cause serious confusion for the people. And these things are serious things. The people be complaining and complaining and complaining. We have had series of demonstration protests, locking up people, stores and other places, offices, market superintendent offices, and all of them, busting up locks and all of these things. People have been able to defile her in the process. No financial report in years. Government not even in the know how much money collected on a daily basis. People are paying $20 per table every single day. The markets around, the garbages are all there, leaving it with the city corporations when they are paying nothing to city corporations. It becomes a serious problem. And sometimes you make the city corporations look so bad that they are not doing the work. When market superintendents and the president of the Marketing Association of Liberia, the people are making report, millions of dollars being raised on a daily basis across Liberia. Go and see market structures. They are not building market on their own. Government building markets. The president is asking ladies to make sure they are reconditioning all of these markets. We're all asking them for dime. The president is not saying, yeah, but this is an association you've been operating for years. Money generator, what are you doing with? In other countries, in Ghana, Nigeria, other places, there are storage building that you call market, where schools are the top, people who sell parking lots. Now, if you go, take a typical example of red line. You drive to red line now to go and purchase, you carry your car, you want to park it further down and walk. When they should be the one providing all of these things. People, goods are getting missing. You know, a lot of the associations and here in this country, it's actually been a terrible thing for them. So we have come now to say it is time that we respect our constitution, to understand that we need to respect it and get things done. And not people coercing you to do what is on the book. So the folks that have been complaining, so all of these things, so you find that, imagine you got 15 superintendents from the markets across Liberia who have come to ask the president of the Liberia Marketing Association. He set up a own committee, put people aside, want to get people on board. They keep at times you're on a serious core to make a full comprehensive financial report over the period of time. Riding, expensive vehicles. Kids are in decent schools and traveling all over the place with all any full account. And finally, government says that you give the people permission to act. Our lawmakers, they are sitting and watching for some of these things. We don't want to reach a point where marketers will say they are not going to sell. What happens to our people? We are the consumers. We go to buy. When we have the chance to buy exactly what we need to eat, it will become a terrible something. A terrible thing. And we're hoping that we cannot reach that level. So you find him, and they say they have come to make sure that the madam carry on the election. I just want you to listen to some of the superintendents. Listen to them. We are not the one talking about this. Is a serious matter. Listen to how this.
People have spoken. We say we want election. It is election that brought us here. In the LMA convention, there when you make reports, we are not discussing convention, we are discussing election. We want to make that known to the government. And I'm so much happy that all of the countries have decided to come for us to have this particular election. So for that reason, I want to say thanks to all of the people who came along with them to have this election. On behalf of the people who spoke here, I want to say that we will agree with everything you have said, that when we meet the government, we will be putting before the government our plight. That is election. The Minister of Internal Affairs, who is responsible for all internal problems, we are saying here that we want election. For the past We saw our billboard to send you to school. We saw our pepper to send you to school. To become lawyers, to become ministers, to become representatives. The reason is simple. So tomorrow, when people are fighting us, then you can come and say what is happening. And you will fail to do that. So I want to say that to you. I want to remind you that we don't want you people to throw us away. We are your mothers. We saw our paper. We saw our billboard to make sure you are educated. We want election. Yeah, please come around us. Let us be election. The constitution of the Liberia Marketing Association says every February, the third week, we should have convention. Convention is not that.
Yes. Listen to some of the spring system from Bofa, Gorman, India, Madam Lipa, what constitution of the Liberia Marketing Association, the LMA, told her clearly what she needs to do. But she has refused them. We emerge. February has already gone. No convention, no elections. One man show, running it.
Tomorrow is our day. We are all county superintendents, including the membership of LMA, from across the nation. We have come to tell our national government that we need election. We have come to tell the national government that we are now ready to cast our vote. We brought Alice Kabuyiman to power 2017 third week in February. From that time up to 2021 February third week, our time has been ended. Therefore, Alice Kabuyiman is no more recognized as LMA president.
I would like to take this time to talk to our father, Papa Jovia Labira, our president, our pa. When we get in Ghana in the river, we have nowhere to go but to Lord, to Papa Labira Jovia. I will take the time to say, Papa Jovia, we are tired. We the 15 country, we tired. We are tired. We are wicked twin. Because she's not a cool leader. She take out to be nothing. The woman called her Grand Jira can't take her to go for convention. That when we went for that convention, not knowing. She already talked to her wicked follower that behind her. That they went to Guinea and took rotten, bunch of rotten, that they put medicine in, that when that rotten test you, so you can be dead. Send that rotten test, Riverside County. She know more to herself.
I have the honor, more respectfully at this stage, to tell our dynamic president that we need a change. According to our constitution, in 4 years are expired. So we feel purposely to have elections.
We are not here to talk plenty. We are here to pull our election down. We're talking to our president. We tired suffering under Alice Weber.
Can you imagine that? Where superintendents from the 15 political subdivisions of our country, from the Liberia Marketing Association, comparing this woman. Now, they are now requesting, they are compelling her to have election, which is from the angle of the Alex Yepa. When she was suspended, we followed the entire proceedings by the officers of the vice president. Her superintendents from the counties and other officials of the association stood up her. But for now, it became a terrible thing that since she was reinstated as the legitimate head of the marketing association, she has refused completely to follow the order of what is being stipulated in the Constitution. But let me welcome my colleague this morning, Jonathan Bivar Sr. Good morning.
Good morning, Liberia, and good morning to all of you outside Liberia, especially those watching our newest morning nights. Things are getting better. KOOL 91.9. All of those watching say good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us. It's great to be on the radio this morning again. It's an honor. You know, the other event thing, you know, last time when I addressed this issue, some people in the office of Alice event, they will tell her this morning again. He said, why not do it not trying to against the feds? You know, but for a single person to hijack an institution and thinking that it is their personal property. See how the markets around Liberia are being treated. See how the people who go to the markets to buy are being treated. See how those people that sell in this market are being treated. As you have thank God today, they have said she have come to the end of her tenure. And as a matter of fact, this was why she was afraid of. She wanted to postpone this entire thing so that she can remain in power until March or May. But thank God, they are now speaking themselves.
Yeah, you know, in 2018, she was suspended by the vice president of Liberia. And the court, criminal code, code C, the civil law code could be, at the Temple of Justice, Judge Domba, in his ruling, he declared that the petitioner law filed to convince, and because the vice president was saying it was justifiable to suspend Alex.
Suspend her and let the investigation go on.
Yeah,
there were a lot of
because the people were complaining about not making financial reports over the period of time she been in office. People said she was riding expensive vehicles. There were too many allegations, misapplication of funds, misappropriation of, you know, there are too many things. And you look around, you see, and this is one institution that boomed the economy a whole lot. But to find one person and few other trusted colleagues around you and make you feel that you are demagogue and you can impose yourself upon the people. And you know, every time you want to talk to her, she's not prepared to talk.
Every time she's not even prepared to face the media.
You call her time to other man. She will not pick up.
And she's so big, you should feel that she's president of Liberia.
And they are not even building markets on their own. Government taking up the initiatives, individuals like Natana Magale and let's other, you know, trying to refurb and recondition markets across the country. Now, tell us exactly what you've been doing with all of the millions of dollars you collect every day across the country. People collect the money and send the money. People now go and see the markets around. No schools. So many people are with their babies. They sell both the pepper bella, but you do not even build structure. No clinic. There are people who sell frozen food, products and other things. They're using knives and things. Sometimes they get caught in the process. Where do they run for first aid? One of these things. So many of our marketers, while selling, they fall sick. Where do we get the first? You know, marketing is just about selling the pepper billboard, and those who are in authority to just eat and walk away.
Yeah.
So her superintendents and other people stood with her against the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, which they thought initially she was suspended legally, and made sure that she was reinstated. And she has come back, have violated the Constitution, have passed the time for convention, passed the time for election, and she stayed there without any solid reason. Today, those superintendents have been coerced to have the say in who becomes the next president, secretary, vice president, all of these things. You listen to those superintendents. Can you imagine the people for 15 counters?
Your wife was saying that she and her people, her team, they went abroad ratting. And this ratting was a special order ratting from Guinea, so that when it touches you, it should be a dead person. See how wicked this woman is. See how wicked she is. Go right here, right there. The Jones P. Gibson, all you want, they are getting rich by the day they're selling tickets. Today, because of the market, the PSSA Corporation has been constrained with the dirt in the market. They are the only one working. What is the marketing association doing about this? Like you said, they are not building structures. They are not acquiring their own land to say, yeah, this is where we want to be. They are squatting. They are placing themselves on people's land. Go to Gorbachev, we can see our peppers we eat. See the better boy are all placed on the ground.
But you know now, when you look at the entire thing, at times you blame our rubber stamp group of individuals on the first branch of government, where when you ban one, everybody ban the same way. This identical institution was created by an act of legislation. And you have oversight. You establish institutions and just leave it to function. These people are not reporting is sent to government.
The money they collect every day,
Yeah.
not deposited in an account that government has control over. That when somebody goes to withdraw, government got to know for which purpose.
Yeah.
So is there few people sit together, they fake their signatures to go and withdraw 2 million, and they go and do it and they bring the money, they enjoy themselves. Just the other day again, group of marketers from Rhode Island, other places, petition her to make sure that they conduct election. And she was being very selective. She was selecting people who she would put on.
Yeah.
She stays managing a committee that will be set up to run the entire process. And she got her able lieutenants running away from being audited. You're not giving government a dime. You have not built new markets. So, oh yes.
Nothing.
Government is even boosting you and giving you all of the necessary support. Building market structures. Our mothers are selling with the babies on the back falling. People, goose, getting missing on the daily basis and they can't even account for it. No parking lots. You drive to red light now because you want to go and buy. You have to park your car pretty close to around Good Shepherd where you walk.
You even have to hold your pocket tight because if you're not careful, you will come back just like that.
What's the contribution to the growth and development of our country? Because the money that they collect from the marketers, individuals are eating it. The superintendents are complaining that they're collecting money and sending it to the main office here in Monserrado. But the markets are in bad condition.
Yeah.
The roads are bad. You know, they absolutely, they got nothing to show of the existence of the Liberia Marketing Association.
And you know one thing.
Where they should be having people on scholarships. Marketers going abroad for seminars, selling and coming back and all of these things. They are just here bringing new ideas on the market in terms of revenue generation.
See this market that was built back in the days. The Jomba market, the Raleigh market, Nesedo market, CD markets that were built back in the days are still being used. But because of the lackadaisical attitude of some of our leaders, like others European who have been serving this position, have led those structures to lie in ruin. The people just go there, they sell the next thing.
But you know,
most of the facilities are not.
But not those markets were built by ex-presidents and some individuals. That's why it was named after some of them. The Liberia Marketing Association, how many markets they can boast about in a history that they have built for themselves? We should be talking about schools. Do you know how many of our marketers who are going to school are not educated when you should be having actual literacy classes and all of these things for the people, making sure that they know how to count and all of these things and they know the fee while they're selling, the kids are hostel, going to school. Some of the marketers who sell in their store and other places, they got their own vehicles. They go and park the vehicle places at the end of the car take up messy. And people trying to take tail lights and all of these things because they don't even have their own parking lot. They just like the transport union of Liberia. They got no lodging place for those who sometimes the vehicles will break down and passengers on board. This institution should not even exist.
And Wiki, what really pinged me in the case when the vice president of Liberia intervened when she suspended the LMA officials who were being elected by the membership of the LMA. Councillor Arthur Johnson, he argued that the entire argument was politically motivated, and the decision was subject to the judicial review and sanctioning. So it is a right of the court, and the vice president does not have oversight responsibility over the Liberia Marketing Association, and such authority should be taken outside of the marketing association process. And in a structure of the leadership, you know, the vice president was just fighting for one thing. Your people have accused you. Please step aside, go through a comprehensive investigation, and exonerate yourself. Millions of Liberian dollars have been unaccounted for. Millions of Liberian dollars.
Mismanagement all over the place.
Even during the heat days of the coronavirus, there were donations given.
Sure.
Today, marketers are yet to see.
Yeah, donation was given. The Ministry of Internal Affairs presented it to the Marketing Association because the functions directly on it. So I think, Mr. Valinsali, this is a long-standing issue. That we thank all you people are back from your tour, but this is a matter that have gone beyond the normal scope because the people need to have election. You know, every part of the world
if you have an organization and you have a constitution, you must be able to respect the constitution. And if there should be reason justifiable enough, marketers cry again about mismanagement, all of these things, the Supreme Court, yeah, with the support from superintendent and other people. The Supreme Court rules against vice president in the marketing association district case. She already stated, you have come back, you can't account to the people. You don't want to have election. You don't want to have convention. You seen the association that you met in existence as something that is so personal. They have become a personal association.
Yeah, our personal property. And just imagine why she was refusing to succumb to a comprehensive investigation. What she was doing, the superintendent of Rossels County, Marie Zogo, who is the superintendent of the Marketing Association chapter in Rossels County, she suspended a woman for 30 days outside her duty because it said she was to be on an investigation, and the woman went through that. Imagine what happened to Lofa County. Because of COVID-19, the market there into Funjaman City, they had to go outside of the market.
And you know, you know what happened there? That is about, normally occurs that some of the towns and villages, they got the market there. Now, the people are selling in the open. Go Bombay County, go Grand Cape County, go Wiala, go Warm. And other places where they have the market, there, no structure, but you still want to collect money from the people. The rain comes, the people running to farm shelter for themselves. Look at some of the leakages we're having in all of the markets around. In the wisdom of the president, look at Tupo market. That market will have been over there for the longest. But today, not to even emulate the example of the president, to build market and have fame and light, which you can have people even selling up to 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Now, all of these things, you cannot even see it. So let me do one little project.
So what are they doing with the money they're collecting? Every day they have to set ticket. Even though Yana boys are walking around in the market, holding a market in their hand, they have to give them ticket. Go red light, they give them ticket. Go Tuala.
Yeah, they're collecting people goods and things, taking it to the warehouses.
When you not
when you not get they take it home, some of them take it home.
And even to get a table, it's not an easy thing.
And they are not even concerned about the products on the market, whether people say they expire goods or not. It's not a concern, it's to collect the money. So the association is just collecting money and can report, can give account, but few people to go and sit and enjoy.
And enjoy the money. Okay, you know the issue, that last year, what's it, the 2019, are you aware that marketeers had to take the dirt and carry it to the market office? Yes. They took the dirt and said, because you want to clean this dirt, we're bringing it to your office. Marketeers, women, took the dirt and carry it to the market. What are they doing? Today the market should be having their own truck. They should be having their own dumping site. They should be having their own cleaning sector to clean the dirt regularly. But because they are not concerned about the money collecting the money, at the end of the day, they leave those people. Look, they are not even concerned about the health and well-being of the people. Like you said, there's a lot of some sort of rotten goods on the market. They are not concerned. These things are there. Go red light. The people are still selling rotten pepper, rotten bitter board. Because when these goods overstay on the trucks, when they let in the market, but these are perishable goods. Before you look, they are all wearing away.
The marketing association here at this time should have even their own farms where marketers can even go and purchase pepper, cassava. Now, it's going to be a therapy for them again. Because these are things they think less about, but they're more concerned about. Manayipa is traveling all over in the name of the marketing association. What she gets the money for when she goes there, what she gets there, and when she comes back, no report. Major press conference. You're not having any marketing or program on radio. Or you're not having billboards. No education to our marketers. They are selling by heart. You're not having workshop. And you just like leaving the people to just make decisions for themselves. And they want that are, the world moving. There are others who want to bring new ideas to the table. They want to contest. They've been around the thing that they can turn things around. You can make the marketing association more marketable. For investors, you can sit on the table with the banks, negotiate and see how best you can give loans to people who are capable of paying back. develop the market. Others, there are people who started selling bitter bossan in the 80s and still selling bitter, but because there have been no support. No support. There are others who started with the water market today. They are in stores. They got ideas to see how best they can motivate people, move the people to the next level, bring them to seminar, workshop, do all of these things. Most of the time, the marketing association across Liberia are always at conflict with the city corporations. They present city corporations to make the people know bad that they're responsible for the diet. And city corporation not limited to diet issue. Marketers, people are sharing the cartoons and putting these things all before the stores and other places. These things are something, it will decay. And at the end of the day, it rains. Now we're back into the rainy season. You want to see red light in recent days. You see red light.
Red light used to be
Douala
area. Douala.
Yeah. The ELA Junction Market and other places. You're going to see markets, Walsall, big places. Now, but you collecting money, you ride air conditioning cars. You go and you see and the common people who sells the pepper and billabong are the ones who put money in your pocket. You building homes, riding expensive cars. The people are telling you about mismanagement. They're alleging that you have mismanaged the money all the people.
So powerful.
You care less about that. So sometimes we depend. Sometimes we ask the hard questions. The people who they actually rest in the confidence or that they feel so. And untouchable that people cannot touch.
Yeah, and that's why I love what the president said. The president said that the mother told him not to forget about market women. When he was dedicating the Dupobro Market Hall, he said they are the ones that feed the brunt of the family.
But our last two presidents, President Ellen Johnson and President George Weah, frankly, they have taken huge interest in the issue of market construction. Because the mothers were all market women. Madam Sally told you that she explained her story. Her mother, the KOOL woman, and she told President we have said the same that his mother was indeed a market woman. So he have seen reasons to make sure that they honor a better structure. But I think Madam Yipan dates proving to be the man God should catch the attention. Of our lawmakers.
At the Liberia Market Association have been no help.
It should catch the attention of our lawmakers to see reason that you created an institution and one person is now running the show and you have your oversight and just sit and look at these things happening. Need to ask her why they say that you don't want to go by the constitution of the Liberia Marketing Association. They either created. What are you violating? Who are you taking yourself to be? What is the sole purpose? Can you give a genuine reason why you have not had election all the period of time? You have not had convention? Because there are burning issues that people must go to the table with and see how best these matters can be resolved. You are local here with almost all your officials, suspending people at your will and pleasure. But when you got suspended, those same people stood with you and said it was unconstitutional. And the civil law code agreed. And at the end of the day, you have been reinstated. You won a huge victory against the Vice President of Liberia, which is not so common in our country. And now you decide to put your knees on the necks of the marketers that they will not breathe. Once you arrive, they will not breathe.
And it's not a shame for a woman to be over such an institution. And her fellow
women, 9 other women.
Her fellow women are crying. It is a shame. I don't think women should be ashamed of herself, and that's just the right way to place it. She have been of no help to the women, no help. At one time the market to Lofa County it was termed as a death trap. Yes, I don't think is not concerned about all of these things. All others are concerned about the money, but look at some of the things. And I like what they said. This time around, they are not telling the president to be their father. They say, let's go to our father. Please look in this case here. We're not saying this time around you are our son. We are looking now as our father. Please look in this thing. We don't want no convention. We want election.
Listen to one of the superintendent there. She said, our lawmakers, our children that were so bitter about pepper and all of these things to send them to school that when we in crisis they should come to our rescue are letting us down.
They forget about the people.
Remember that this institution was not just created by itself. It is by law. And these people got oversight. The people have gone to them. Because, And that's why when the report came, people been divided on the issue of protest. And that's how protests come about. Because in the words of Martin Luther King, he said, he said violence is the language of the unheard. When the people talk, and you don't want to listen, because we don't want to hear one day that the people protesting to Alice Jima house. They are denying her entering her office. Or the markets across the country have decided, the marketers have decided to go on a stay-home action. What happened to us? Because we depend on these people for our paper, our bailout, that will market you, our rights, and other things.
And they should be more proactive.
The marketing association should even be empowering farmers.
Even when it comes to the regulation of prices of commodity, they should be into this decision making process.
But that's the reason the Ministry of Commerce will not consult them and just make decisions for them.
And some time ago, in 2019, when the Central Bank of Liberia introduced a new monetary policy to stabilize price, marketers are complaining again. Rice price go there, the same people complaining.
Now we walk from here to Raleigh 9 to tell you that they got no control of the prices there. You see somebody selling rice right here. Selling rice. This person is selling rice for $40 per cup. The next person is selling $50 per cup. Everybody has his or her own price for how to sell things. They cannot even regulate. And the market is so disorganized. Where easily when you go, because these are go around the world, easily where when you get to the market, where people are selling frozen products, social frozen products on that side, you go there. But where you see people selling frozen products, you find people selling what we call the Coke bowl. Somebody selling rice there. Somebody selling used clothes, not far from this table. Where easily when you get to the market, everything is properly arranged. When you get there, you want to go do some shopping in terms of your cooking utensil, you go there, you know exactly where to go. You want this thing, you know exactly what. But everything is so disorganized. It's about you just get the market and you just hear everybody yelling.
See, you want to go so you want to go. Structures they have built. See, even the structures they have built here,
lacking toilets.
When you walk in this structure, why?
Look, see,
what are the design? But it's so jammed up, so tight. You go there, even when you go in the market and you are pressed, where will you go?
Public,
all these things, they are not concerned about it. Go there and see.
You know how many of our markets lack public latrine? And even if they get some existing, it's in a terrible condition and one person is collecting the money. So other people have built their private public latrine for themselves, and you find people who get to the market, you go and pay.
And sometimes I wonder where are our leaders? Those people that should be seeing fire ahead, those older people of this country that should be seeing fire ahead and seeing problems, say, let's do this to prevent this issue from happening. Because all the old people in Liberia, they can sit down and just walk in the problem. Where are they? Have the old people tend to be cry babies? Where are they? Where are they? Because when these things are happening, nobody there to say, oh yeah, let's prevent this thing from future occurrence. Even the structures they are building today, are they durable? Will we have the space to use them for the next 50 years? Or it will become a debt trap?
Talk about maintenance. You collecting money. What's the maintenance aspects of these structures that government are turning over to you? The markets that have been built by government and turn over to the marketing association. Like maintenance. What happens? Like you said, after a period of time, the roofs start to leak. You go back to the marketers again. You tell them to collect money before you buy bonus, but you're collecting money for them. But every time you want to do, they are complaining times to odd number. You're selling table to them, and while they buy the table to sell on it, they are paying fees every single day. Well, what are you doing with all the money over the years you have collected?
I just really want she and her children to enjoy the money. But thank God that we have reached at this stage. Let the whole thing be settled. And I know why she afraid to go to election. If the people want you, they will re-elect you. If they don't want you, they will elect who they want. So why hold the entire market hostage? Why? Now these people are complaining. You know when I had a convention in Crenchedale County, there were a series of complaints against Alice Yemen. She grabbed some group of people here when this issue with the vice president was up. They were all around making position statements. And today, She won a case. Things have not even changed. The market cannot even boast of one dump truck to say, yeah, we get a truck to waste dye. They cannot even boast of one front-end loader to say, yeah, this is the one we're using to collect dye. They cannot boast of nothing. Dustbin, they can't boast of nothing. Then what is Ali even doing there?
Okay, folks, if you just joined us, this is the morning ride. I'm Wiki Brooks along with Jonathan B. Vassian. Thank you so much. Keep leaving your comments. Let me read some of the comments out this morning on our KOOL Online page too. This one comes from CRT Maple to the Real Dating Broadcasting and Christopher George. Good morning, Brooks. I'm watching from 72nd. Ruben Vine said, good morning, Mr. Brooks. And I'm Ruben Vine watching you live from Tupot Road behind the market. I hope the market stay in good condition. Don Shaki, good morning, my fearless talk show host. And I'm Alex Philly watching for this community. Thank you. Samuel Kalon said, good morning, information Wiki Brooks. My name is Samuel Kalon, and I write from Prep Line District number 3. May the Almighty Allah bless the motherland. And Abu El Suarez said, good morning, Mr. Brooks. And I'm Abu El Suarez watching live on SD Copot Road Junction this morning. And Darrell's Voga said, good morning, Brooks and Vi. And I'm following the broadcast from the most represented district in Maserati County, specifically District number 6, headed by Honorable Samuel Enders. Abbas K. Kerman said, good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Vi. And I'm Abbas K. Kerman joining you from my residence in Bonaz Beach community. Cinco over. Thank you for the show. I bump into you sometime and you introduce yourself. Thank you so much to me, Abba. And Thomas F. Zizi, good morning. And I'm Thomas F. Zizi watching from Conkertown, RC Lawson community. Patrick August Fuller said, good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Vi. My name is Patrick August Fuller, watching live from Bentor City Youth Camp. I appreciate you people for the good job doing for us in Liberia. After one leg, say good morning, Wiki. I'm closely following live from Gare Township, Nima County. Johnson Saturday frame as usual. Joining us from Real as usual. Always Johnson. Thank you so much. So good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Vi. My name is Johnson Freeman, and I'm watching the show from Real this morning. See Winston G. Tours. Good morning. I'm Winston G. Tour watching from 8th Street community. Thank you so much. Pretty about Jim Murphy said, good morning, Wiki Brooks, and your colleague as well, Nathan Va. Thanks you guys this morning for bringing the hard truth as usual. And I watch him live this morning from my comfort zone in Police Academy, Ruth Perry Avenue. And this one comes from Darius T. Nimming. Say, good morning, Mr. Brooks. Thanks for the topic of the discussion. And I'm watching live from comfort zone in Bonai Fan FJ community. Zeben Soward said, good morning, Wiki, and I'm watching from my comfort zone in Dupotro. Christopher Tower said, good morning, Wiki, and I'm watching from my area resident. Chisma Koi said, good morning, Mr. Brooks and Liberia, and I'm Chisma and Koi following from Academy Community. Emmanuel Colley said, good morning, Mr. Brooks. My name is Emmanuel Colley, and I'm watching live on SD Copot. Thanks for the topic on the discussion. May the Almighty God continue to bless you. Diamond Gay, so watching you very good morning, Wiki, and I'm Diamond Gay watching live on Dupot Road Junction. Jesse Blessing, say good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Vi. And I'm watching you live from Battersville, to be specific, Mano Quarter. Good to be back on the radio this morning with another edition of the Critical National Issues. Thanks, guy, for the topic on the discussion. And Matt Amon Pierce, Jordan said, good morning, Mr. Brooks, and I'm watching from a comfort zone at BS Community, Painesville. Matthew Corker said, good morning. Following the broadcast this morning. Morning, guys. And Morris King said, good morning, cool family. And I'm a Duffers K. Morris watching from this community this morning. Thank you, guys. George Knight said, good morning, Nat and Wiki. I'm George Knight watching from Jacob Time. Tower Goose said, good morning, Wiki and Nat and Natanya. And I'm Tower Goose watching you live from Painesville Central Market. And Jojo Howard Jr. said, good morning, my two chief. My name is Joel Howard Jr. and I'm watching live from the second PA City, Nima County. Uncle Nat, please send me that shirt. I like it. Okay, not somebody need a shirt that you're wearing this morning. Kappa M. Bauer said, good morning, QFN. Live from Rathline Market. Thanks for making my day. Abraham Williams said, Abraham Williams watching you from Ratlight. Solomon S. Bundle, say good morning, Wiki and not Solomon Bundle, watching you live from FD, but that's fine. Let me just cut our press so small, yeah, Wiki. My mother was a market woman. I so love the market women. And Jamel Zion Brown, say good morning, family. Alexander Kai, say good morning, go online too, and I'm watching you from Ratlight Page. When I walk through right there and see the part of that, I feel very bad. The market thoughts alone, the main role should be removed immediately to avoid the diet. Nelson Guy, you say hi, good morning. I'm watching you guys from Tingas Village. Benjamin Bala say good morning, Mr. Vi. And my name is Benjamin Bala, watching you live from Nizo Community. Mario Super Mario M. Kamar Jr. says, good morning, Wiki, and good morning to Liberians. And I'm following live from Pinzas, is the community around the Oakland Public School. Thanks for the update this morning. Pabu S. Waxing said, good morning, cool family, and I'm watching you guys from Dupo True. Aaron Cooper said, good morning, Wiki and Vi, and I'm Aaron Kanakana Cooper, watching you from the Temple of Justice. Keep the fight in order to have our country improve. Victor Vanja Seon said, good morning, Wiki. Thanks for always keeping us up to date and following you from Pacos Island, Congo time. Alex Brooks Conant said, good morning, Wiki and Nat. I'm Alex Brooks Conant, watching from behind Jacob Time Market. Moses G. Mogai said, good morning, Wiki and Vi. Moses G. Mogai is my name, and I'm religious following the unique show for SD Corporate Road. JJ say, I'm Jasper Andrews, watching you from Dupont Road Market. Spirido Rasta said, good morning, cool online too. Thank you for the show. And Spirido Rasta watching you from Police Academy Community. James Tide say, good morning, Wiki and out. And I'm watching you live from Nizo Community. Thanks for the show. Timothy Village Boss Smith said, good morning, Wiki. Ready to need a war economic crime code in Liberia. Ziam said, good morning, family. My name is Ziam. Watching you for Mickey Great Dupont Road. Thank you, make my day. Thank you so much to all of you on this wonderful day for all of the discussion, all of your comments on the platform this morning. It's now time we go to our telephone line to hear from our colleagues, be precise and to the point, and let's solve this thing because the marketing association, a serious matter. So we want to know their contribution to the growth and development. We can have institutions where people with single-handed want to run it for years to come. Let's talk to our callers your life.
Yeah, good morning, Wiki.
Good morning.
Thank you for the topic this morning. I'm Ironga Akana Kupo. And Wiki, the issue of the LMA. And Wiki, this is why we continue to ask this question. What is the Labor Ministry doing? What is the government doing? And this woman...
the Internal Affairs Ministry is the main one because the ministry... The Labor and the Market falls strictly under the and that of our lawmakers because they created that institution and our legislation.
What are they doing, Wiki? That woman collect millions of dollars in this country on a daily basis. People don't know. That woman is getting overreach. That's the reason why she is now power's drunk, that she don't want to leave the power. And Wiki, I can assure you, and it will come a time that marketers will go on a rampage in this country that we and the commoners will feel it. Because these people and make sure that we go and purchase our tail meal and have it on our table. And one person to just sit there and oversee everything that she refused to remove for imposition because she feels now that she is eating all of the bread. I think it is unfair. I think this is time for the government to step into this matter, for it to not go to another step before they say that political something again. Now I have started what are the religious leaders, what are those people? This is how problems start in the country. So I think it will be prudent enough for the government to see how best to come into it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for making your point this morning. Let's go to the line and talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
I think it's looking at the new traffic at the liberal market. You see these students this morning from Colonial School. So you can quickly inform the police to come there for some issue.
Thank you so much
The
for.
one you talking, I hear it.
Thank you. My voice get my taking it. Okay, police. The traffic people. I think you have heard that people are demonstrating again for transformer. Let's hear from this caller. You lie. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let me say more than that. My name is Alan Chidisao. I'm trying to disqualify this morning. On the issue of market situation, no,
Go ahead. We're
What's the
listening to
line?
you.
the issue of market situation, I think Father Ali Yifa need to forgive for that particular place and get other people change. Because that place you are making any impact in a particular office. Because the fire is that care a lot of people to pay traffic to you or collect all of the ticket money and that their children will be right there. I think she provide good area for the children to go to
No,
school.
I even get a market or share of family personal property.
No, that's not a family issue.
Alex even marketing association of Liberia.
No, I think she needs to get changed. The guy all qualified people again, occupy that position. She can't just say the occupy that place. The other thing, I think he collect good money. Eating that money, they put they are not benefiting from what they are living from. I think wrong and there's need for the internal government to come in and see how they can control the election. Because all qualified people, you can't just say that one person here control their way, the way they want to control affair. If they put money and then go scarfy, then they control the election. You not qualify for that position, you're occupied. Thank you for the platform.
Okay, thank you so much. This one come from Increase Abamian. Basically, good morning, guys. Thank you for the show. But currently, there is a protest at the Tupoto market for LEC current business. Okay, thank you so much. We got that. To this caller, you live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Samuel Babajwa. I'm calling you from my second residence.
Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, so I really want to say a very big thank you, especially with the kind of analysis you guys did this morning. Frankly, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia has not really been respected by even her own government. They get leverage to just anybody to do anything to her.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the person failed to even deliver what she was trying to deliver for the citizen. So we will not just blame the marketing association. We'll blame the government that didn't see the idea behind the code, that didn't see the idea behind what she was pushing. Because this country, at some point in time, certain decisions has to be made. And if it is made in the interest of the Liberian people, it should be accepted to some extent. Because most of the laws that are interpreted today, the people who crafted it have intention. The intention wasn't to harm the citizen. The intention was to help the citizen and to make sure there's a better or conducive, living environment. But if you feel like somebody is taking a decision that will affect the citizen positively, and then because of your political interest or maybe your connection or so something, but then you come out and use the law itself, bettering the life of the citizen, and then you change it around to make the life of the citizen to look worse. It's so sad. If you look at the entire marketing association, even their works in the agricultural markets, you discover that all the analysis you made this morning, they 100% sense. They're not doing any work. They're not even helping to better the life of the marketeers, but rather they went hunting for the job and making this thing to look like she was doing the worst. But actually, to be
But the thing is, who is Alan Yeben that you David the vice president for? Who is Alan Yeben?
Yeah, and even getting a result from the ruling in her favor, it
In her
tells you
favor.
to what extent that you need to compose and conduct yourself in an orderly manner.
very good.
Somebody that was elected by the popular mandate of the people on the party. You David go to Alan Yeben.
Do you know why it made to win a case against a sitting African vice president?
Vice president.
A female at that matter.
A female.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much this morning.
Thank you. Let's talk to other
your input
callers.
this morning. Thank you.
Let's
go
talk to you. Good morning.
Good morning, God.
Tusa Kwekwe.
Thank you, Nathaniel. A pleasant good morning to Witty Brooks. Now, Let me commend both of you for a platform this morning. And I love the call just left the land. Within just in that thing that you have concerning the African Association, to see a seated vow process of being respected by a character called R.J. Nipa. When our institution took that debate, and now competition against Allen, the Allen was corrupt. At the end of the day, no, the sad thing about this thing, Allen was being indicted by the government of God. The current soil general indicted Allen. Today, Allen should have been here back. But you know, this is not you. That's what we are saying. Everything must go to completion either or expire. Let's give things a chance. Now the vote for you. Everything else going to vote for you, you know, better than you. But we are saying to the government to play. Today, instead of that minister is not right education. After today, we are saying to the president, we are. Today, after today, President, we announce the next early president. That's the target. We can say to them, take it to the family.
Thank you so much. And I don't know what the Internal Affairs Minister sharing money with other Yemen.
Thank you. Let's see for this one on your live.
Yes, and I'm so tired of you talking.
Go ahead.
We need thank you. And let me say good morning to Nathaniel.
This is Samuel Sankara Johnson.
Nathaniel, it's a pleasure being on your platform this morning. And there's a voice of Samuel Sankara Johnson of the People's Liberation Party, and I'll speak to you from there. And Nathaniel, let me appreciate the both of you this morning for the platform. And as we have said on the first time, honor the leadership of my Alex G. Yipa, the element issue is being what we call an act of unhonoriness. And that's what we have said for the first time. So I want to say, who is Alex G. Yipa, like you have said, Nathaniel? So we against a certain vice president of the Republic of Liberia who has an oversight responsibility under this leadership and Nathaniel. The element has become more corrupt. It has become a disorganized institution. And 2 years, that is the problem we have with the government. For 2 years now, the element has been into situation and disagreement, and you Nathaniel, you have planned that issue. And so then the government cannot be able to resolve this problem. We think that this is a disrespect to our mother. This is a disrespect to our father who are telling their better brother to send us to school. And we want to say that you listen to the news this morning. All of the 15 county superintendents are in most other countries for their delegates. And this is what we are saying to the External Affairs Minister. Mr. Minister, we are saying to you, let these people go to elections, and whosoever wins, let their BP restored into the Labra market in the soldier. It is unacceptable because Manapani Yipa has taken the element as a personal property and to remain a convicted, an alleged criminal by the government of the Republic for the fact that she's being indicted by the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia for confiscating over $30 million Liberia. This is unorthodox, and for the fact that this government official was protecting this madam. We think that.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to other callers. Your live.
Good morning, Wiki.
Good morning.
Mr. Basiga.
Basically, welcome to the platform this morning.
Thank you. For the ruling of the court, and I want to go to court and lose a case. So for me, I don't want to say who is she to win against the vice president. What I think the vice president thought to have done as she was doing in the past was wisdom. She tried to arrest what is happening now, way back, but the court did not understand that. And we now that are ranting, I will let you use that word, they don't understand that. They try to protect by their marketing constitution. But then, unfortunately for them, the very woman they try to protect that by the association's constitution. Now they now have become the victim of their own advocacy. The marketing association is not for in the core of that organization is to help strengthen and expand the economy of our country. The marketing association should have cars to be able to bring produce from the farm to the market on behalf of people. The marketing association should be able to negotiate with banks to get loans for our mothers that are selling on the market table to leave from there to shop their stores. The marketing association should be able to sign treaties with other marketers across our borders and make good that we don't have the effectiveness to promote and make sure our people grow and the economy can be affected. So we are asking this woman, because I'm aware that she was actually indicted. I remember that very, very well. I remember that I president was to step aside, not be removed, or step aside, so all to be always have to prove what the allegation put on that. We are actually good faith. Please go to the election, the storytellers are demanding. And after the election, there should be an audit. And when she's found guilty by any means, she should serve her family court. And let the judge and let the law stop being with the court.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Vasiga, for your input this morning on the.
And thank God you agree that she was indicted and they went to court. And today they have seen the evidence of what the vice president was saying. Good morning. Good morning.
Let's talk to the scholar. Your line.
Don't hold the line.
Hi, Monkey.
Good morning.
Thank you. And first of all, it's Moses Learn. And I joined Constable 66 Traffic Drop Community. Wiki, let me applaud you for your hard work by saying sometimes we agree, not disagree. And Martin today, Wiki, I think the master already make a request. So I think we have to see that people for a job. Thanks so much, Wiki.
Thank you for your input this morning. Let's go to the line live.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wiki.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you make a point.
This is different crop calling from Yellow. Wiki, that woman is back by 3 hands. That's why she's doing all those things. But this government keep the power, not to bring the country in a good mood. The king to see all our money and everything that we have in the country. So Wiki, all our in our country, he is very back. She very back by 3 hands. So that's why we do all our things to the people. But when our labor better.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
and just recently, the president has sent one of the superintendent, one Tewa Bono, at the 14th of Acho market. And there have been a lot of complaints of financial issue on her head.
She started selling land.
Yeah, she started selling land, selling spot, and all that.
All of these things, there are a lot of
issues. Even they described the previous corporation authority.
Yeah, and there are a lot of issues stay before. But that before the Ministry of Internal Affairs, because that's the boss, and waiting to stay here for him. But let's talk to other callers on the line. You live.
Good morning, Weekie Broken Book.
Yeah, it's Roland Kofa.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me say good morning to my son and Bob. Like you said, my name is Roland Chief Kofa, and I join you from the Joazo community in Bagi, Kansas. Weekie, first of all, let me appreciate the both of you for the show. And quickly, let me say that the LMA president is a dictator, because a dictator is somebody who refuses to do the right thing. So I think she's a complete dictator, and dictatorship will not help her. So I think she should try to conduct election, and I think she should try to be very much nationalistic, because somebody who is very much nationalistic and patriotic will always want to do the right thing. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. And there are one even spoiling the government.
Let's talk to other callers you like.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brethren, Weekie Broken Brook, and my brethren, Nathaniel P. Senior, the legendary of KOOL FM station, my brethren.
Rastafari, go ahead.
Let's hear you. Go to the point.
Thank you, my brethren. That's why we continue asking the Almighty Creator for the left of you people, because pushing national issue for our country now, small staff, my brethren, so many things involved. or we look at everything and put it aside because of what got our country tomorrow. We just don't know that today our country, Mama Liberia, all of those competent, reliable people we have in society yesterday that were representing us today, they cannot. Liberia is declining on a daily basis. Where we are going, we don't know where are we. So Weekie, when our role model for yesterday that today that will tell the better legacy for a better society tomorrow. Why is it on the day basis Liberia every morning we gather that's also buy images, buy new, buy things for our favorite head, our leader. Why? The why for the incoming generation, where would we go on there? Weekie, you see how far we are polluting our society and images on a daily basis? Weekie, you see how wet we will be going in this nature? That anywhere you go out of Liberia, people look at you and go, hi, hey, why? With all the resources we got, people coming for it. They do daily basis. Look at each other. Nico, Pugu, Wako, Tico. Look at the other men. They have to protest, and get great period. Is that the president able to get great period to leave? No. Look at the marketing association. That's another every place that they clean and center clean. Our favorite leader. What did the incoming generation will do? What would be going there? Are we thinking on all of those things on a daily basis? No. But we on a daily basis where to pay and what we will carry home for our family. But we forget that future will judge us tomorrow. Do unto others that they will do unto you. No single opponent.
Thank you, my brother. Let's take a few more calls and we take a break and come back. Let's hear from you. Your life.
Yes, good morning, JP Fa, and good morning to my dear friend and brother, Wiki Brooks.
Good morning, Judy Jerome.
Thank you very much. That's the name. I'm Judy Jerome. You see, I understood the topic, and the topic is well understood by us. You know, the element issue people don't know. No, I'm just happy you guys just play the recording, and the people of the Republic of Liberia listening to the recording, the various superintendents spoke. And also, I said good morning to Mr. Barney Sherry. You know, if you look at element 4 under the internal affairs ministry, but people don't know. But we think, you know, you guys were talking about the debt issue. The debt issue is very, very bad. This lady that question they call Ali Niban, she is very, very aristocrat. I can't lie to you, this lady, she has refused to resign to the extent that nobody cannot talk to her. She has served her Adam. And you see the bad thing happening now to the debt. This guy gets mad to be putting fire in the dirt. And what I really hear from the guy yesterday, he's saying that they will put fire in the Gorbachev dirt in Saturday morning. And what I want to tell the internal affairs ministry, I want for PCC to see how they can take care of the dirt in Gorbachev. Any money that is collect from the table or from the market here, let it be given to see how we go PCC and will be responsible to take that and deliver debt. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let me take this final call on the line before we take our break. Your life.
Well, Weekie, now, good morning.
Prince Kolake.
Thank you. Thanks for the exclusive reputation. Weekie, like some of us follow the issue pertaining to Allen Young, and that of the past president. You can recall our argument at the time was for due process. After the CC government took power, 2018, when Madam Zeli made that statement in one country that if anybody don't join the ruling establishment, they risk losing their job. 2 weeks, she suspended the LMD boss without due process. Our argument at the time, we wasn't defending Madam Yamba, but according to the Marketing Association handbook, there should be due process before any suspension. So it is why the Supreme Court found it necessary to call for status quo and then dismiss that case because on every given time, there should be a due process for anybody to be convicted. The issue of Maranyapa, I think our time has elapsed. The Marketing Association needs to go for election now. If the UNAG kept holding on power, I'm asking those agreed Marketing Association members to go to the Supreme Court and file a writ of prohibition. Let the Supreme Court free. In the all proceeding of Madam Yempa, the law is the law. You go for the writ of Madamo, or you go for the for another writ, the alternative writ, So as a suffer protein of Mananyapa, so I'm in love with what it's saying, but some people are saying the Supreme Court ruled in favor of all this and that. The Supreme Court was talking about due process that we should have been given to us. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, and thanks to all of you this morning for joining us and leaving all of your comment this wonderful, wonderful day. But this is the morning ride indeed. Take this briefer. We'll be right back this wonderful day on this edition of the morning.
From the heart of Israel, this is KOOL 91.9 FM. Keep your head up.
Mama see blessing, Mama see blessing,
Chaos Beats.
Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I said miss my Henneken with Hennessy, I want not anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. To look for money, said I smartin'. I want the money, I want smart.